Hi everyone, I've put together a quick tutorial for how you will be able to use some software called OBS, which is free, and that will capture everything, audio, narration, video, in one swift process really, using your laptop or computer. Okay, so I'm going to show you right now. I'm recording just my screen in this program called OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. So because I've already got it on my computer, I can't install it again. So I'm going to show you through a few screenshots how to do it. Okay, so this is the symbol for OBS, and you'll find that on your desktop once you go through these steps. So just as you would install anything from the internet, you can either put this in your web browser, or you can just put OBS download into Google, into any search engine, and it'll come up with it'll come up with a website that looks like this. I've just scrolled down to find the version that I need for my Windows computer. So you can see there, that's the Windows, that's the Apple. So whether you've got a Mac or a Windows laptop, then make sure you're installing the right one. Just download the installer. That's the easiest and quickest thing for us to do. So this is what you need to type in, or you can just put into Google OBS download and it'll take you through the download process. Now you won't mess it up, don't worry, it's safe, it's secure, it's not going to ruin your computer, and it is just free open software. Your version might look slightly different to mine because I've downloaded mine a little bit before you, but it'll take you through a normal installation process, as you can see here. Make sure you're choosing your Mac or Windows or Linux version, and the only thing you need to be aware of, obviously you usually just click through these because they know the preferences better than we do as to how to install it, but it will ask you on one of them for your preference, whether you're going to use it for streaming or recording. So I've pressed recording, and I suggest you do that as well. Okay, so once you've got it installed, I'll just show you my desktop. Just get rid of those for a minute, and it's here. So that's what it'll look like, and when you double click on that, it's going to run. Now in this blue box here, you will have a black screen, and that's because you're not capturing anything. You need to add a source to capture to create your own scene. So don't worry that it looks super complicated. You can pretty much ignore everything in that blue box there, because it's just replicating and recording what's on my screen. It will pick up your audio as well, as you can tell there, and my microphone is working. So this is where you'll be able to tell whether your microphone's working or not, and it might be something to do with your sound quality, but get in touch and I will be able to help with that as well. So I've already added a source in there in order to do this tutorial for you. I can't take it off, because if I take it off, you're not going to be able to see anything. I'll show you, in fact. Just delete, sorry. So I'm still recording, but there's nothing interesting there, it's just a black screen. Now I need to add a source in order for my scene to come to life. So I need to add, and we want to capture our display. Capture your display. You don't have to call it anything new, and it does this mirrored effect here. Now if you've got two monitors at home, which I haven't, they'll both come up there. Choose the one that you want to work on, and you want to capture the cursor as well, particularly if you're doing a tutorial or a lesson like I am. You can choose to have that or not. Okay, and it's all come up here in this red box. We've got one added source. Ignore everything that's in there. It looks complex, but it's not. We want to add something else as well. Now we can add lots of things, videos, but a lot of you like the thumbnail of yourself. So we want to add our camera onto there. You don't have to do this. I'll show you the two reasons why you might want to do it or not want to do it. So I want to add another source to my scene, and I want to video capture. I don't need to call it anything fancy. want to make it visible, and there I am again. So this is my webcam or my camera on my laptop, and I just click, I'll check that that's the one. It is, because I'm there. If you've got any other device that will record video, then it'll come up. So click the one that you need and click OK. And much like text boxes or shapes on PowerPoint, you can edit the size of them. So for example, if you wanted yourself going up there, you can do. If you want yourself going in the middle of your screen or towards the bottom, as I've seen people do on Microsoft Teams, you can do that. So it's up to you. You could half and half it if you're doing something quite practical, like this. It's up to you. I'll mirror what people have been doing in Microsoft Teams. So if I bring it down to my screen that I'm capturing and leave me there. So I've got two sources. I'm displaying what's in front of me, and I've got my webcam on as well. Now this is no good for a lesson because no one wants to see OBS being recorded. So I'm going to minimize everything now. And what should be capturing is my desktop plus my thumbnail from my camera. So this would take me into a lesson. It would take me into anywhere I needed to, but say I wanted to do the lesson. I'll full screen it. And now, much like Microsoft Teams, but a lot simpler, especially when you're exporting it and knitting it together, you can go through your lesson. It's going to capture audio that's not tagged onto each slide like it is in PowerPoint. It's going to capture your animations. And it's also going to capture any video you put in there. So I'm going to show you an example of how I've embedded a video. And I'll go through that after. So here. And this will now capture my desktop audio.
With digital tools, it is easier than ever to create, edit, and publish your work to the world. But there's a cost. It's also easier than ever to spread misinformation, and fake news has become a real issue in recent times.
Okay, I'll click on throughout my lesson. Recap my lesson, capturing all my animations, and exit. So I've gone back into OBS. I'm still recording because it's part of this tutorial. But if I wanted to stop at any time, I could pause it and restart, and it'd be absolutely fine. So something else that I wanted to show you in this, if I just take my video capture off so you can see me a little bit bigger. So this is how I find my webcam. There we are. So hopefully that gives you two things. You've installed OBS and you've added the sources that you need. So if you're not interested in showing your face, that's absolutely fine. You will go down to the bottom of OBS, just show you again, here, and you add your display. That's going to display absolutely everything. And what I'm doing there is helping people if they can't embed videos, or if your lesson's really practical and you need to go to multiple sources on your web browser. So I'm going to show you that now. So in a lesson, if you wanted to include this, you would already have your web browser open at whatever website you need for your lesson, and it just mirrors that. So you could pick from your sources, particularly with PE or science or practical lessons. You could just go on to YouTube, rather than embedding it in your PowerPoint and losing that recording. It would just take you straight to YouTube, and you could flip between screens. Obviously my internet is quite slow. Everyone's on it. So I'll just minimize, come back to the camera, and hopefully that's given you an overview of how you actually record. I'm going to show you what happens when we stop recording. So I've been recording the whole time. Here it's telling me how long that my lesson is, that my audio is still okay, that I'm displaying whatever's on my monitor at the minute. So I'll show you again. We want to minimize, pull up the lesson, full screen it, and you can go through it. Okay. Now, when you come to the end, you go back into OBS, and obviously this is going to be captured on your screen, so you can clip it, and you simply want to stop the recording. Okay, and once you've stopped recording, it's not going to capture anything. What I'm going to show you now is to find your recording and what you might need to do with it. So it's quite simple. File and show recordings. And it takes me to my videos. Normally that would be the automatic place it saves in. So I could find them if I went into my files and looked for videos. Okay, so file, show recordings, and my videos are there. So what I want to show you now is just the properties of that. So that's my video that I've just done for you. This is the second one, and then I'm going to knit these two together. But that video there, I just want you to check. When you go into properties, you'll see that a lot of people have been struggling with uploading or sharing if they're using this type of software, because it becomes an MKV file. That's really good if your computer crashes, and it'll save everything automatically for you and you won't lose anything, but it's not very good for sharing. So what we want to do is share it into a much more user-friendly format, and that would be MP4, and I'll show you how to do that now. So get rid of what you've just recorded, go back into file, and you choose Remux recordings. I don't know what Remux stands for, but I know if you press it, but just clear all the items in there. So if you press Remux recordings, you'll get the OBS recording that you want to convert into a target file, and we want to find that most recent recording. So we go on to the three dots, choose my most recent recording, open it, and automatically it's going to convert into an MP4 file. You remux that. Wonderful. Close everything down. Could go into my videos. Where are you? I've got multiple videos now, so I want to right click on this one, check its properties, and it's MP4. I'll just show you the quality of the video. Hi everyone, I've put together a quick tutorial for how you will be able to use some software called OBS. So it's secure, it's not going to... Just what I've been through. It will pick... Just double checking everything's okay. We'll go down to the lessons you could just go on to. Great. And that's how you would share it on the platform that's best for your students. So, just get this up. So, like I say, I use this because if you don't want a really polished lesson where you spend hours embedding videos, then you can flip from browser, or you could have half your face, half anything else. It doesn't just have to be PowerPoint. Okay, I'm going to do a little session now, probably only a minute or so, on those people that are using PowerPoint, just how you add your narration on and then how you export it, if that works for you. I'll do that in a separate video. So yeah, if you're struggling with OBS or you want any help, just give me an email.